Would you know what to do if you heard a voice coming from your basement? And not just any voice, but maybe one that's familiar, one that's of a past relative. Would you know what to do if a skinwalker was hunting you? Well, today I plan on answering those questions. In this video, we're going to be looking into the legend of the Skinwalker, the lore of what a Skinwalker is, and as well as ways to protect yourselves and hopefully potentially kill one. Now, you may not be a believer, and you may be just wanting to be well prepared, but regardless of the reason why you're clicking on this video, this is going to be your crash course into how to survive an encounter with a Skinwalker. So, in order to survive a Skinwalker, you must first know what a Skinwalker is. At first glance, it looks like a creature that just is able to shapeshift and mimic and turn into maybe humans or animals and just do nefarious acts. And you wouldn't be so far off from the truth with it. But now when you start diving into the lore and looking into Navajo folklore, first you find that they have a different name for the Skinwalker. One that I'm not going to say. If you guys would like to, you can go ahead and look that up on your own. Just a caution though, the reason why they don't say it is that it is a way to invite that entity into your space and into your environment. So it's better to just avoid saying that altogether. Also, it's very hard to pronounce, for me at least. So but again, looking into the Navajo lore, the Skinwalker is not just a creature or random entity. It's a witch, and not the witch with like a pointy hat, you know, making potions and stuff. It's more in the sense of a person who broke sacred law within the Navajo tribe and decided to use dark rituals in order to gain supernatural powers. They're very good at being tricky and being manipulative. They'll feed on your fear and make you go insane. So starting off with protection and maybe some strategies to protect yourself as well is a salt and ash boundary. So now, not just in Skinwalker lore, but across different cultures, salt and ash seem to be ways to ward off evil spirits and evil entities by putting it around the perimeter of your environment. But now, it ain't just about taking some table salt and putting it down and, you know, calling it good. It's about the intentions that you put into the boundary that make it strong. So you have to have the intention of protecting and warding off spirits, particularly the Skinwalker in this case. Now looking deeper into how it relates to the Skinwalker, the boundary seems to act as a weakening agent for the Skinwalker to its curse and to its supernatural powers. By doing so, you are one, making it vulnerable, and one, just making it want to leave you alone altogether. So another way to protect yourself is by cleansing your environment through smudging. And all that is taking sage, cider, or sweetgrass and burning it and using the smoke to purify your environment. The focus isn't on the burning, but more as in the smoke that comes from the burning, as that it has been seen to be a purifying way against warding off spirits and evil entities. So another way is by paying attention to your environment, and in particularly the animals within your environment. We've all seen footage of animals just staring off at a wall, or maybe an animal is staring off into a dark room, and it just seems that dogs and cats and different animals that we may keep seem to have a little more intuitiveness to them when it comes to the spiritual. So if you start seeing your animal looking anxious or nervous, it may be time to listen to them and maybe be time to actually see that as a warning rather than just writing it off as them acting weird. Another tip is to avoid whistling or calling out people's names while at night. So it has been seen as whistling as inviting that spirit into your environment, as well as inviting entities to respond to you. By calling out names, it helps the Skinwalker familiarize itself with your voice, as well as different names that are known to you, just further giving it more tools to be able to mimic you. So avoid doing those as well. Final tip, make sure you have an exit plan. We've all seen in scary movies where the person decides to go check out that room that they heard a noise, or maybe that couple decided to stay at that house a little too long when, you know, you and I might have went ahead and packed out of our bags. So just be sure to have an exit strategy, have a way to leave the environment that you're in when you start sensing that maybe a Skinwalker is hunting you or messing with you. Whether that be having a friend to go to, whether that be knowing where the Navajo tribe is, if you really think it's a Skinwalker hunting you. Just having something in order, a plan of action, could honestly save your life. Okay, so the part that everyone's probably watching this video for, ways to kill or potentially kill a Skinwalker, or at least help you survive an encounter with one. Before we get into that, if you guys made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. I'm just starting out on YouTube, and so any type of support is greatly appreciated. But yeah, be sure to leave a like and comment down below if you guys have any tips, or if you guys have maybe encountered a Skinwalker, or what you may think may have been a Skinwalker. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into how to kill the Skinwalker. First thing first, what you want to start off with, if you really think you have a Skinwalker hunting you, you're going to want to try to break the curse. This isn't something you can do on your own, unless you're familiar with the traditions and the rituals, but rather it is something that you want to go seek guidance from the Navajo tribe themselves. Now, will you be able to convince them? Who knows, considering that they would rather not speak the name to even invite that type of entity into their environment, and they would also have to be willing to help you at all, just considering that they have to face the Skinwalker as well, and it's not going to be a easy task to do. So you tried breaking the curse, or maybe you weren't able to even have time to reach out to one. You're going to want to try to wound it. You may be having a lot of questions there of, well, how do you do that, and why do you even want to when it would just be able to run? Well, now, to wound the Skinwalker, there's sacred weapons or ritual weapons that are blessed that you can use. Is the only way to hurt it. Others say bullets and knives and typical weapons can wound it on its own just as fine, but won't be able to kill it. By wounding it, you lock it into one place and into one shape, so it can't keep transforming. It can't keep trying to deceive you and trick you. So if anything, just by wounding it, you give yourself a better advantage. So now after you've wounded it, or maybe you weren't able to wound it, but you find yourself in a situation where you have no other choices. Fire is going to be your end all be all. It's going to be the way to fully put down the Skinwalker and to get rid of it completely. Fire has been seen to purify the evil spirits and to destroy the curse that the Skinwalker has. So at the very end, the way to kill the Skinwalker is with fire. Alright guys, at the end of the day, most people may never see a Skinwalker, and that's probably for the best. But at least now, you're well prepared. At least now, you guys have an idea of how to kill a Skinwalker, how to survive a Skinwalker, and honestly, how to just avoid one altogether. If you guys made it this far in the video again, be sure to leave a like and comment down below if you guys would like me to do another type of video like this, or maybe something else entirely. Again, any support is appreciated. So yeah, be sure to see you guys in the next one.